Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's showtime. Hi, guys. Here we have Spongo. He is level 19. He is less than one level away from the Undying title. All I have to do is finish this level without dying. Indeed, it is more Spongo. And all I need to do is finish this last level without dying, and then I can do stupid things. Okay, well, in-game, I do lots of the stupid stuff out of the game. Level 20 is Undying. Originally, it was every 10 levels. But that was in the alpha or the beta, and they changed it because it discouraged people from actually playing the game. Because people wanted to chase the title, and so they played incredibly passively. So they changed it for release. I think it's 5, 10, 14, 17, and 20. You died at 17. Don't sweat it. With the addition of the Wraith, it's easy to make a small mistake and die. So yeah, don't worry about it. I know it's natural to go, oh my god, I just missed it, but really, there are so many titles in this game, you'd probably never wear it other than like the second week or third week of the game. Do I get presents? Okay, not really. Don't need that one. And I'm up. That's what got you fighting a group of like level 10 goblins, and they came up and yeah, cheap shot you. Yeah, it's sometimes, I mean, I have been very careful and I have still almost died 3 or 4 times. One time, down to like 20 or 30 hit points, so the next hit would have killed me. Next use is in 1 hour and 19 minutes. I don't have any uses. No. All right, talk to Strider. Oof, that's dangerous. A meal for men. Which was that? Was that back at? That was Buckland. Okay, back to Buckland then. And I'm not going to make it far into the 20s, if I do make it to 20. Because I believe at 21, I think, the elite wraiths start showing up. And at these levels, you'll have no chance. It will be time to run. Or die. Kandak's delay. Collect the letter to Kandak. Where's Lily's letter to Kandak? Over there. What is it at the pony? Oh, at the Forsaken Inn. Right. Elites, huh? You thought the ones you're already fighting were elite. No, they're just tough. The elite versions are at least double the hit points. Maybe triple. Oh, that's right. Do I have to ride to Buckland? I don't think there's even fast travel.
What can I do for you?
There isn't. But I think there might be from Mickle Delving. Yeah, they are no joke. Big ones hit harder, have a lot more hit points. And they're still not worth much in the way of the currency. So the currency, you get 2 of the tattered shreds of cloth or whatever they are. And I believe it took 20 to get you a little bit of rep, to get you 50 rep. There's a rep vendor in Estelden for it, which meant you needed 50 total turn-ins to get to the second tier, at which point things start opening up that you can buy. That is, that's a lot. That's an additional 980 of them, I think. Good evening. What is up? The ceiling. That's not even an old guy joke. That's not even a joke.
Good day.
I was correct. Fast travel back to Buckland. Bake pies until 50. Yeah, there you go. If you've got another character, get collecting you crafting materials. You certainly can. I cannot say off the top of my head I specifically remember the bowling fan. If only baking pie spawned a wraith. Well, yeah. Laugh until it happens to you. I have heard reports, I've not seen it, of people whacking ore nodes and spawning wraiths. Like I said, I haven't seen that yet. I'm not sure. Ah, Felson. Good evening. The bowling fan has followed. That is the cheapest additional follow I've ever gotten, and yet I'm fine with that. Somebody who's already following me on a different name, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Apparently, I don't need any bits that the piggies are dropping. Yes, I do remember that account. Oh, that was the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. That was the hustle. Is Rudy just better than the Sabretooth? He's ranged, and it seems like when I send in the Sabretooth, the mobs aggro, even if they haven't taken damage, and they aggro on me. So I'm not really gaining an advantage in that he has to close to hit. I haven't seen the movie for many, many years. I do know Jackie Gleason played Minnesota Fats. And Paul Newman. Pristine bear carcasses. We need wolves? Do we need wolves? Rudy, do we need wolves? We do need wolf carcasses. Patty melt with fries. The patty melt with fries sounds great. The chicken lemon rice soup I could take or leave, but the first course there, yeah, that would be tasty. Oh, well, guess what we've got? We've got a shadowy wraith. Right, Rudy, we're counting on you. You'll excuse me right now, my attention is entirely on this fight. Victory is ours. I will be able to tell you whether I remember it or not. Odds are pretty good I'll at least remember the title of of a song from 1986. Pristine. No, I can't say I remember that one. And about that era, most of my music listening was in what was referred to as college radio or alternative radio. And that's back when radio was a thing. Deliver the note, that's to Sarah Dan. Complete tasks. Don't need that tracked. I need pristine boar heads and bear hides. So I do need something from boars, but they don't all drop them. Alright, boar shanks. Excited for another stream? Well, I'm glad. Now the pressure's on me not to disappoint you. Oh my God, the pressure. The pressure is so intense. I'm fine. I do remember the Kajagoogoo song because I did sometimes watch MTV. Another delicious boar head. Seriously, boar heads. The pressure is on for me in this stream to not die, most especially. Quiet Riot Bang Your Head was okay. I really liked the two covers they did. They didn't do much outside of those two covers, but I really did enjoy the covers they did. Guilty pleasure type stuff. Again, stuff I would see on MTV on those rare occasions when I watched. Mostly in the mid to late 80s, for me it was college radio or alternative radio. Had, two names for the same thing. REM, for example. Oops, somebody else has got a Wraith, and theirs is 16. Oh, somebody else is going to fight it. I will help. They're not just going to run away. Got it. Two more tattered shadows. So let's see, it was 10 or 20. I think it was 10 tattered shadows. So it would be, we need a total of 500 dead shadows. 500 dead wraiths to get to the second tier of the rep. Back when MTV played music, yes, that, believe it or not, they actually used to. Now the only thing I ever play in those times when I'm, scrolling through to see what is on cable, they always have, Ridiculousness, I believe, is the show. And I am at a loss to explain how that show exists. I do not remember Rappin' Rodney at all. Rap was not my thing. Where are we now? I need 2 more bear haunches and 3 more boar shanks. I must have all the wolf bits I need. Of course I remember Rodney Dangerfield. don't think I need any more of these. Nope, nothing from the wolf. Alright, that's another wolf over there, I think. Yes, it is. We just need a couple more bears and a couple more piggies. I do remember, and disagreeing with the general sentiment, alright, 2 more boar shanks to go. That one didn't have a shank. I got robbed. What kind of boar doesn't have a shank? Seriously. Alright, we need one more bear hide. That's a wolf. Wolves don't have what I need. Wolves are of no use to me right now. Boar shanks. One more haunch and one more shank. I need a haunch and a shank. Well, let's see if we can get a shank. We have a couple shots at a shank. We have a couple of shank shots. That does not appear. That one does not appear to have a shank. That one has a shank. Let's see if this. That's whatever the heck we need from them. Yes, hides. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Well, enjoy having smoked up or out.
How can I be of service?
Okay, and
What can I do for you?
that one's worth like 3 times as much. We take that one.
Hello there.
Talk to
Might I speak with you a
Tolly
moment?
Brockhouse in Buckland. I will. One of my kin mates. Guild mates in other games. Was named Tolly, different spelling, and a dwarf. I would never describe myself as 420 unfriendly. My experiences with it were not especially pleasant. That's personal. What else we got to turn in? Deliver the note to Saradan, Forsaken Inn, Toby Stockhouse. Is he right at the gate into the old forest? Oh, look, once again, it is the inescapable once or possibly twice a stream bot ad.
Can I take a moment of your time?
Might I speak with you a moment?
Might I have a word with you?
Y'all want words with me.
Is there something I can do for you?
And the woodcutter's
Might
tale.
I have a word with you?
Going into the old forest. You know, I can live with once a stream because I have, I've got the URL ban in place. So it's not really a big deal. I wish they were not around, but somebody must be taking them up on the offers, because otherwise we wouldn't see the ads. And it doesn't take many for it to be worthwhile for them. So I don't blame them. I blame the idiots who go to the website and pay them money. we've got another wolf coming. Get him. Get him, Rudy. A savory mushroom. There's no such thing as a savory mushroom. They all taste like feet. Thank you. They all taste like stale feet. To be even more exact. No, I understand. A great many people do. They're simply wrong-headed. That's all. Almost everything that's deep fried is good. Almost. Well, I should be exact. Good tasting. Probably not all good for you. It's possible that I'm a bit of a foodist. Well, there are some foods that I do not think would be in any noticeable way improved by being deep fried. Balut. If you're familiar with balut, I don't think balut would be improved by being deep fried. If you'd like to improve balut, you would deep fry it and then still just throw it away. Yes, the fetal ducks. Exactly correct. Fetal ducks. I've actually had the 100-year-old eggs. I didn't find those bad, much to my surprise. I'm just sitting here killing bats. Oh, they look, yeah, horrifying. Absolutely correct. 100% agree. Well, I was genuinely surprised. To me anyway, it didn't really taste any different than a regular, hard-boiled egg. I had that in juk, which is, in essence, rice porridge. Which was perfectly tasty, too. A little on the plain side, so it needed something, and, well, that was the something that was in it. I've also had haggis. Which is an oft derided food substance. Oh, look who it is. Oh, another player. Heal up Rudy. We got him. I will bow to this player. Yeah, it probably tastes better than just by itself. Yeah, I would agree with that. Haggis, for instance, if you're not familiar with haggis, they take all the parts of a sheep that you don't eat by themselves, all the innard parts. So, people eat the kidneys and the liver. So they take the other parts, the lung, the pancreas, and they dice them up and mix them with oatmeal, and they sew them in the stomach of the sheep and then boil it. Now, this sounds genuinely awful. But, in fact, it's normally served with turnips and potatoes, nips and tatis, and gravy. And it's fine. Haggis has been banned at various times. I'm not sure if it was the lung or something else. But it has been banned at various times, yeah. Major kicks. Well, the fact that I've eaten it multiple times and I actually find it perfectly fine is worthy of note, and quite possibly horror. And I understand that. I am generally of the I would like to try it school, but I will always pass on balut. In Iceland, they have a sort of a rotten, not a fish, might be whale that they eat. Norway has lutefisk. Surströmming would be another one. What the hell is hitting me? Blood sausage. Yeah, I have no interest in that. When my family, my brother and my mom and I were in London, contrary to what everyone says about British food, I actually found a lot of British food was good. You just, had to go to good places for good food, but I also really like pub grub. But we're out somewhere, I don't remember where, and my brother decided he wants to order the blood sausage, and he never wanted to order it again. Fermented shark? Yes, it is shark, you're right. And apparently it just tastes like ammonia. Well, we are almost halfway done with level 19. Almost. British fry-ups? Yeah, really good. A good fish and chips is just great. There was a place in San Jose that used to serve a smoked salmon fish and chips, which was really good and incredibly rich. Deep fried smoked salmon. British food is fine. The food you rank lowest overall is Korean food. Here, just spicy hot as hell with zero flavor. It depends. Certainly, it is easy to run into a dish that is so hot that all you get is heat. Blood sausage is the same as black pudding. Well, black pudding is made from blood, and blood sausage is made from blood. So I'm not sure how different they are. I don't think they're exactly the same, but yeah, they're in the same basket. That's something I have no desire to taste. Yeah, I would expect them to be very similar in taste. And something I just would not want to find out. One of the advantages, we were there in London in December, and actually one of the mildest Decembers they've had in memory. And every place had apple pie. And the apple pie was just bonkers good. And that's also where I developed the habit of having my apple pie the British way, which is not a la mode. A la mode's perfectly fine. The British way is drizzled with cream. Oh, a bloody mess. Right. That was my bad British accent. I actually used to be able to do a reasonably creditable British accent. Fake one, obviously. Simply because I watched so much goddamn Monty Python.
It's been a foul day, it has.
It has been a foul day. It has. The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. We say its whole name around here, sir. I've got something to turn in over there. So I'm going to turn it in over there. I have a reasonably rare Monty Python book, which was the script, including the one major scene they cut out with King Brian the Wild. In the original script, they didn't eat Robin's minstrels. Robin's minstrels were killed by King Brian the Wild.
Good day.
I am now more than halfway. Can I finish out
Just a moment.
the
Could I take a
title
moment of
chase?
your
Talk to
time?
Marigold. Marigold? No, that's
Hello
Trumrick.
there.
I need
Might
to
I
talk to
speak with you a
Adso
moment?
again. Where's Marigold? Is she over here? No, where's... All right, where's Marigold? Marigold? She's on this side of the river. Okay. Ah. She's a bold adventurer.
So, the Bounders need our help? Well, I reckon I know where to start our search.
I do not want to
At
do this
least we
solo
won't be
instance for
spending
obvious
another second
reasons.
stuck in Buckland.
It is a very dangerous one. It is a very dangerous one, even without wraiths popping up. It would be, to my mind, really, really poor choice to go in with half a level to go if I actually want to get the Undying title. Kinda do. I've managed to come this close. I would feel silly if I didn't finish out the pursuit. If I die, I'll be a wee bit disappointed, but it's not a big deal. I have been closer and failed before. I was at 19.95%. In other words, I needed to finish out one more quest. Or kill maybe a dozen mobs. Oops, somebody's got a wraith. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. It's a 19, same level as me. We're all going in. Dude, kite it back this way, dude. We're trying to help. There you go. What that guy was doing is why I have suggested that if you want a really good shot at getting the Undying title, getting to level 20 without dying, you're thinking of playing the game, but not sure the best way to approach it. You want to get VIP for Legendary server, should do every side quest or only the main story quests to get the best LotRO experience. There are far more quests than you need to get to the end game, generally speaking. And over time, as you can see the colors on these quests over here, I'm getting less XP for all of these because they're lower level to me. Except the Kandax Delay, that's a higher level quest than I am. So I would suggest that certainly if you're going to pay, the most important thing is if you're going to pay for a month of VIP, that unlocks a bunch of perks. But it unlocks them on a per character basis. So you need to, create your character, VIP, that unlocks stuff for him. You need to figure out how many other characters you actually might want to have and create them, and I think run them through the tutorial. Not sure about that, but certainly create them and log into them. And that way you log in while the VIP is active, they get the unlocks. If you create a character after the VIP expires, you no longer get the permanent unlocks on that character. Having said that, my suggestion for playing it would be sort of to follow the main quest, the main storyline, the epic storyline, as it's called, and do the side stuff that interests you as you sort of play through. So in other words, you do a storyline quest, one of the epic line quests, and then you do other quests in the area until the storyline quest is maybe a level or two below you. And then you do that, and sort of that will guide you through the maps so that you're always doing quests that are still relevant experience point wise. And then if you find an area where you're really enjoying the quests or enjoying the storyline, go ahead, go crazy. Do the side quests. The story varies from pedestrian to really, really good. And if you're enjoying the storyline, in Rohan or the Lone Lands or any of the other sort of zones around Estelden or Evendim or Everswim as we call it, then do a bunch of the quests. The worst thing that can happen if you spend too much time in one area is you're going to be higher level when you do the storyline quests and the areas and the quests around that. And you can just then focus on storyline until you catch up. And if you're doing storyline and you're over leveled, that's fine too. There's so much content that I would just, do the stuff that sounds fun and interesting, follow the epic storyline and see where it leads you. Champion is strong. If you're looking at VIP for playing on either Mordor server or Angmar server, the two new servers, do be aware. Champion is primarily a DPS class, and you may have trouble with wraiths, at least for some length of time. In my experience, my first character here was a brawler who is a melee class, and they start showing up at level 12, and it took me like level 16 or 18 before I could handle them. Need to do that. You're not getting any tokens on Fearless because you've out-leveled the quests you've been doing. Yeah. It is easy to just sit and play and do quests and realize that you're getting no XP for them. You can get them all the way to gray, where the mobs no longer aggro on you. Lily's letter, more bears in the western Old Forest. That's the western Old Forest. This is the eastern Old Forest. Crap! Do I have any more quests for the eastern Old Forest? Forest bears, got an old forestry, talk to Farmer Maggot, Neeker friend, yeah. I killed a bunch of sickle flies and got absolutely nothing from them. Searching for the fresh spring wolf pelts from the old forest. Maybe I can get those coming into the old forest from here. They're basically 3 entrances into the old forest. Explain how the wraiths work. Okay, basically at level 11, they can start showing up, and you'll be getting into a fight, and you'll be fighting something, and right behind the thing you're fighting, or things, a wraith of your level will pop up. If you're level 11 or 12, and you're fighting a couple of things, and the wraith, you're in real trouble. You're probably going to die. My first character, the brawler, I don't know, he's probably died a dozen times, maybe more. This character has not yet died, which is why the subject line for this stream is, it's either undying or just plain dying. Also, in addition to the wraiths that spawn at your level while you're fighting things, after level 20, I think it's 21, you can occasionally spawn elite wraiths, and they will destroy you. You lose your gear when you die? No. I'm not sure we even have repairs. Certainly, I haven't had to repair on either of my characters yet. Repairs may have been removed from the game. I can't remember off the top of my head. You don't lose gear. You don't lose XP. Basically, you get teleported to what we call the res circle. In reality, it's not even a res circle because, according to the story, the actual thing is you're not dying when you run out of morale. If you note, I will mouse over it. Okay, that doesn't work. You'll see here I have morale, not hit points. Basically, morale is you've lost the fight and you run away. That's their, the Lord of the Rings books and movie don't really have much in the way of resurrection. So that's their excuse, is when you run out of morale, you in essence have run away from the fight. VIP don't have to repair. That would explain it, why I haven't seen it. Somebody, that little lens flash, pardon, not a flash from me. I did not flash you. I did not drop my pants. That was a wraith popping up. Someone here was fighting something and a wraith popped up. When a wraith pops up, you get sort of a lens flare, camera flare, and you'll get a debuff. Well, it's always a pants optional stream around here. Always. Actually, it's not even pants optional. I don't think I've ever streamed wearing pants. I stream wearing shorts or sweatpants, warm-up pants, but not pants. It appears like there are no wolves anywhere around here, so I'm going to go back. Yeah, so I think Darrek's probably right, that VIPs don't have to repair. Other than that, you would have to repair, and I still, whenever I'm selling stuff at a vendor, I always click the repair tab just because I'm so used to it, having done that for ever. Like this.
What can I do for
I
you
click
today?
repair, nothing to repair. Blackened wings, I can sell. The wet skins we'll hold on to. Blackened ears will sell. Keep those and keep that. The mount, on the VIP server, the new ones, I got them about level 7, but I'm not positive that I haven't unlocked something in the past that gives them to me at that level. So I'm not sure at what level, you would get it. I didn't get the sap. I didn't get the sap because I am a sap. Back to Buckland.
Greetings.
Real quick. Note, mounts have different speeds, and they have different morale totals. So, for instance, those are the cosmetic pets. There are a lot of cosmetic pets. So, I have that steed. I have a dusky Nimblefoot, which I think has like 60 morale and is slower. The one I'm currently riding is this one, and you can see that it has a 68%, that's a 68% speed buff, so it's 168% mount, and it has 250 morale. So there is some mounts are better than other mounts. However, the goats are the only mounts that can be ridden underground. So when we get to Moria, when that opens in 3 or 4 months. Are there a lot of buttons to press when fighting? It depends. Obviously, they're going to be more over time. Usually I end up with 2 or 3 bars, but a lot of them are situational. For instance, this one right here removes disease, wound, fear, and poison effects from your target or yourself if you don't have a target. possible I can't actually use that on myself. Not certain. So that's only used basically when necessary. This is a stun break. Similarly, I'm not using that very often. Also, some classes have a lot fewer buttons, in my experience. Beorning has fewer buttons. Warden has fewer buttons, but the complexity of Warden is much higher than any of the other classes, because it's combo-based. You have 3 buttons, but you can press them in so many different ways. You can have up to 5 of them in a combo and then press the combo button. Couple button, not nearly as much as WoW. I don't know, probably comparable now. It certainly didn't used to be. WoW used to be simpler than LotRO. There was quite a while there where LotRO was by far more complex. Or had more buttons, I should say. Not more complex, but just more buttons. Now, I would expect that you probably would end up with more buttons on your bars, but most of them are very situational. Alright, I need some more wolves. That's another wolf. Another snarling forest hunter. That's a wolf. So I would say that the complexity overall is probably roughly in the same ballpark as WoW. But it's going to depend on the class to some degree as to how actually complicated the play is. And the spec, too. Don't aggro me. Don't aggro me. Thank you. That one's going to aggro me. I don't want it to aggro me. I don't want to waste my time killing bats when I've already killed them. Button bloat and the various related bits and pieces of it is always an issue for MMORPGs now these days, with a few exceptions. Guild Wars 2 is not really going to have you have bloated buttons, but there are a lot of things to swap the buttons around. At least you didn't swap shards in the middle of mining this time. Yes, that was amusing. Sometimes you can kind of tell where... Alright, where's the bucket of maple syrup? Where's the bucket? No, it's around here somewhere. Oh, there's the tapped maple. And Potterick brandybuck. Potterick. Let's go ahead and grab the barrow iron ore first. Two. Disappointing. It's a tapped maple. I don't know. Do maples look like that? I have no idea what maples look like, actually. I have collected a bucket of maple sap. Doderick has nothing to say. My assumption is at some point he will have something to say, sadly. I would like to kill 2 more wolves. Hopefully on the way back. Oh, well, there's one of them already. How nice for me. I need one more. Just one more woof. And then a bunch of bears still. Quiet down there. My tummy is talking to me. It's going land. One more wolf, come on. All we need is one more wolf. Not a broken oak root. A wolf or a bunch of bears. A bunch of bears would be fine too. Well, there's a bear. Whoop. Guess what? It's a wraith. I'm going to let Rudy hit him a few times. Make sure Rudy builds up a good amount of aggro before I start lighting him up. Rudy's getting a little low on health. We got him, me and Rudy. Rudy is a good glob of mud and sticks. It's hard to compliment the Marsh Striders when they're so unattractive. Please don't tell Rudy I said he's unattractive. He's very sensitive about his looks. Horror Turtle is a perfectly reasonable name. I'll buy that. Yep. Alright, we got our wolf. We're still like 4 bears shy. A stalk of rhubarb. Why would I want to punish myself by making me eat rhubarb? Ooh, silver. AG is the elemental designation for silver. From the Latin, argentum. Silver. Here you are, Tully.
What do you need?
Talk
Could I
to
take a moment of
Gilliman
your
Brandybuck
time?
in the Old Forest. And we've got another questy bit over here.
What do you need?
Talk to Gilliman Brandybuck in the Old Forest. Any trouble? Ah, okay, he's deep in. We don't want to talk to him. We'll remove that. Bears are going to be tough to find. There are so many players running around. Back to the prancing pony. Scotty, 2 to beam up. Well, 3 if you include Rudy and the horse. Process of making some carrots after you talked about the VIP thing. Yeah, it's a clumsy thing they do where it only unlocks on a per character basis, not an account-wide unlock, if you've ever been a VIP. But then, who knows how it was implemented originally in the code. That may be the only way they can do it. No time for tours. That is a rep gain. Men of Bree? Must have been an enormous quest to give me that much into acquaintance. Alright, I mean, fine, I'm going to take it. Deed completed. I am known to the men of Bree. I have the title, Known through Bree. 10? 5. It's only a nickel. All right, I'm going to do it, guys. Here we go. We're going to live dangerously. We'll see how dangerously. We're doing the Strider quest. We are doing the Strider quest. I dare not tarry here for long.
Are you ready to leave?
Book 1, Chapter 1, Unraveling the Thread. For those of you who missed it, Umdir, the Ranger, has been taken hostage, taken away by Kargul, Red Wraiths, Wraiths of Mordor. They dress in red, hence Red Wraiths, Kargul. And Strider and Torthon, I think, they're going to head the other direction. No, and Lenglin. I end up with one of the two, and Strider takes the other one and buggers off.
There is evil
Help Torthon. All right, so Torthon and I are going in the front. While Strider's going to go around the back. I'll go around the back way while you guys distract them in the front. Come on, let's go in back and wait for them to finish. Lenglin and I shall look for another mode of attack, place of attack. I could die in here, guys. I would be very, very unlikely to die in here. But if we get a Wraith spawn at the wrong time, that would not be great.
Are you ready?
He's not the king for no reason. Well, he's not the king at all yet. Let's be fair about that. He's still just a ranger. What were those things? That dwarf is going mad. Oh, that guard is gray to me. Okay. I'm slightly over-leveled for this, then. Which that improves our odds. Where are you going, Torthon? Torthon? Die in the name of the Black Wold. That didn't work out great for him. I just want to point that out. Yeah, he's short Torthon. He'd have been better off shooting Rudy. Rudy's going to teach him what for. Just a ranger, exactly. He is not Isildur. He is not. He is of the line, certainly, of Isildur. And he's also like a great, oh, so many greats, nephew of Elrond. Elrond's brother were given the choice, because they were half-elves, of being either elves or humans. Elrond chose elf, his brother chose human, became the king of Numenor.
Silently now. Darkness approaches.
But, unless the Rangers have been inbreeding for generations, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's not pureblood. Ooh! Brigand Slayer advanced. All right, here we go. Is that a dime? Is that another 10 points? It is. Right, that's Skorgrim, the body of an old dead king of the dwarves who's been inhabited by an evil spirit. We have the fear of Mordor in us. What do you want with me? I don't know anything. There now. There's no need for concern. Yet. Yeah, we got it. There now. There's no... Why? What's going on? Do I have to get closer to... Ah, I have found them all. After all, you are relieved of your obligations, Blackwold. He kills him. I have other business to deal with. My servant will deal with you. There's a Barrow Wight. You'll note it is an elite. New deed, Lore of the Cardalan Prince. New deed opened up. White Slayer. The greatest evils may be behind this gate. Rest now, for we will need all our strength ahead.
Stay a moment.
Defend Torthan as he searches for Andir. Do not lose your nerve. Me lose my nerve? I've got Rudy. Who do you got? Me? Me and Rudy can handle this. Spoiler, it's Andir. And he's got friends. The friends are going to leave him alone, because they're not really friends. There you go. Nazgul. 4 of the 9. Aogon, servant of Angmar. My lords, the rangers approach with fire. The fools are too late. Anders' change is complete. Come, brothers, we must leave. Now is not the time for such a fight. Torthan charges in. We've got Aogon. And Amdir is now a Kargul himself. Bad luck. He was a ranger, but now he serves the Great Eye, which is kind of a drag for him and his friends, and probably his family.
It's a sorry day.
It's a sorry day. Did you get that? It's a sorry day.
It's a sorry day.
R.I.P. Amdir.
The Nazgul have crossed the Eisen and are heading for the Shire.
Cinematics, for whatever reason.
The hobbits must be quick-footed enough to escape the wrath of the Nine.
It does not recognize the
And we can only hope that Frodo slips through the traps of the enemy.
Why? We don't know. The enemy is on the move. All should be prepared for dark days ahead.
Alas,
Be
for
strong,
Amir.
Darek. We need you to be strong for us. Let's see. New gloves are nice. The cloak, probably not as good. No, not as good. I'll take the new gloves. They give me more will. Will is important to lore masters.
I have a task for you.
Oh, he's got a task for me. Talk to Constable Underhill. I don't actually want to accept it right now, but I'm going to decline it for now. But just for a minute. I need to... I have not yet turned in my tasks for the day. I believe I can exit this way. No. We turn in my 5 tasks for the day, and we'll see where that leaves us. Then we're off to the constable. He is in Coombe, I think. All right, task board. What do we have that we can turn in in the way of tasks? Well, we've got worn sword sheaths. We've got wet furs. Lots of broken hatchets. Wet skins. Do we have 10 of anything else? No, well we'll turn these 4 in and then we'll have one more to turn in. 5 a day by default. It won't give me a lot of XP, but they'll give me rep.
Greetings.
Wanted to do these while we were still in
What do you need? What do you need?
for Bree rep. 1 more to go. Then we're back to Constable Underhill, I think. Is his name? Not that. And it was worn sword sheaths. And that will be our tasks for the day.
What can I do for you?
Task limit reached. Now we go back to Strider and Strider and Rangers. Dubious seeming folk, you know? Bad British accents by Lens. Okay, Strider, how about now?
I have a task for you.
And again.
What road did you take, Frodo? The ring wraiths ride openly in the Shire, but there are places which are even more terrible and dangerous.
Rolling the R's is not necessarily easy.
If you
to do
choose the
as a
path,
kid, but ring race is a bit more.
search for the light in the darkness.
Wonder if they're ever going to release a Ranger class. That has been speculated on a great deal, and I would say that now that they have... Well, the thing is, it would have to pretty much be humans only, or possibly humans and elves, I would expect. I mean, not that that's impossible. The only people who can be Bjornings are Bjornings. Hi, Constable Underhill. Speak to Constable Underhill. Here we go. The Black
How
Wolves
do you do?
broken.
How do you do?
Hobbit
Might I have a
Bjorning.
word with you?
Umdir's defeat shattered the back
They
of the
wouldn't
Black
turn into
Wolves,
bears,
but
though.
pieces of
They
the
would turn
mystery
into
remain unsolved.
Wolverines, maybe badgers,
Goodness.
or weasels, probably. Yeah, weasels. I would expect that weasels. Good God. The English as a first language lessons need a little work. All right, Constable Underhill. That looks to be the last of them. Thank you, Constable. You now have ensured me of the fact that there will be more of them. The fact that I can see them proves that I was correct, and that you have the brains of a duck, you know. Let's press on. We're getting close, guys. We're so close I can almost taste it. Coming here may not have been such a good idea. The constable has an amazing grasp on the readily apparent. Let's press on. Okay. I mean, they have half elves. Might as well have half Bjorns. Yeah, but, you know, which half was messing around with the other half? Maybe I don't want to know the answer to that question, actually. This is a nasty business. This is? Yeah, good old Baldur's Gate cutscenes, exactly. Evidently, I don't know if you saw it, Baldur's Gate put out an infographic. Some large number of people had romanced the druid, and I believe the number was 36% had romanced him in bear form. Humans are messed up, man. We're just messed up. Yeah, I don't know. It's the furries, though. These weren't the people dressed in the fur or undressed in the fur. I have protected Constable Underhill. Check on that poor man. Well, he's a bandit. The Black Wolf leader. Message for you, sir. Now, let me see. Now, let's see. Sorry. I have no idea how he escaped this place. We'll never follow him now.
Just a moment.
The rangers which once guarded the borders of the Shire have been scattered or slain. Frodo has left the Shire, but great perils await him in Bree. I am too late. Someone must find him before the Nazgûl.
And we're back there, in town. The Coman Wattle. Pants, let's see. Would I rather have 3 will or 6 fate? I think I would rather have 3 will. It's nice having fateful pants, but I think I'd rather have pants that were willy.
A lovely day, isn't it?
I'm going to let that sit there.
Please, stay a moment.
Talk to Strider and teleport back to Strider. That is exactly correct. Willy pants. I mean... But... perhaps... just perhaps... Strider is no longer there. Maybe? Perchance? Perhaps? Oh, no, he's still there.
We must move quickly.
You have returned and just in time.
I need your
Talk
aid.
to Lenglin. He is by the Buckland Gate. For some reason, in the instance spaces, I am lagging the bleep out. In the open world, I'm not. I don't know what's going on with it. Not a fan. As my seconds per frame are plummeting. No, sorry. The seconds per frame are skyrocketing. The frames per second plummeting. See? Open world? No problem. It confuses me. We have to do the shuffle again. You can't fast travel from here to Buckland, but you can fast travel from here to a place that's much further away, and then to Buckland from there.
What can
Makes
I do
no
for
sense.
you?
Mickle delving, please. and then Buckland.
How do you do?
We're going to want to dismount as soon as we get there. Because we need to talk to Langland, who is actually outside of Buckland, up on a hill. And he's going to have me kill some Crabine, which is plural of Craban, which are the ill-seeming birds. Ones that might be doing, I don't know, a little bit of spying for a particularly formerly dressed in white wizard who now calls himself a multicolored. Craban. Craban. More Crabans. Crabine. There's Langland,
What do you
who's
need?
been injured.
Might I take a moment
Wants
of
me
your
to
time?
defeat a grand total of 4 Crabine. Won't take long unless somebody's killed them all, which is a distinct possibility. Yep, somebody's killing lots of Craban. There's one. Two. Now I have to wait for respawns because somebody's been murdering all the Crabine. Oh, there's another one. Oh, we appear to have our respawns. One more Craban. That's the 4 Crabine. See, lots of stutter. It is the game, but it seems I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there may be. See, right now, it's fine. It comes and goes. It happens a lot in instanced spaces, which is weird. It also seems to happen more the longer I'm online, or the longer I'm in game, I should say.
What can I do for you?
1 second.
Would you do something for me?
Oh. I almost want to. I don't think it is. I could get to a high place and jump off and die. I think that's the only way now. That I don't make it to Undying. Or possibly if I DC in the middle of a fight. That would do it. So you are seeing a lot of stutter in the game. I normally don't see much stutter, but I have seen it intermittently on the new server. It's 37 XP. I mean, I can kill one more freaking Craban, or Splinter Tusk, in fact. Rudy, please do the honors for me here, would you? I need 12 XP. I need one more. One more critter. There we go. Drum roll plays. It's an angry Splinter Tusk. I can't say no to maybe a dinner of nice pork ribs. Boom! Level 20. Gun to bad allegiances. Custom UI. Undying title. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Darwick. Thank you. Thank you. New skirmish available? That's a lie. No skirmishes are available. Deed completed. The Undying. Title awarded. Spongo Smallberries. The Undying. Tried this game for the first? Yes. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, either the movie, but especially the books, they are very respectful of the IP. The game itself plays very similarly to, say, WoW. Why they have these quests available at this level, I genuinely do not understand. Got a new mail. A gift for an adept. Oh my. What do we get? We got the Circlet of Men. Do I look like a man? I mean, not... I mean, I'm a man, but does my character look like a man? No, I don't think so. I think we can go ahead and replace those. And we can sell those. Because the amount of healing I get from those is so small. There we go. I need to investigate Crick Hollow. For those of you who have read The Lord of the Rings, you may remember the hobbits left, I believe it was Fatty Bolger, at Crick Hollow as a diversion. Where Crick Hollow was the place that theoretically Frodo was moving to after selling Bag End. We have Kraban. I don't know if I'll get credit for the quest. I think I have to wait for them to finish and then move on. We'll see. You didn't get all of them, though. Some of them got away. Some flew off into the Old Forest. I hope they don't come back. To do the Old Forest quest. Yeah, so somebody else already had been waiting. So I will help them with theirs. And then I'll do. What did I get here? I got Dispel. Oh, good. Finally, corruption dispelling. That will be very useful in dealing with the wraiths that pop up because they have corruption on them. Let me really quick move that up there. Hot bars.
Oh, gracious me!
Here come the Krabans. Krabine. More are coming. Yes, they are. You can see the servers are kind of hopping given the fact that there are 4 or 5 of us straight who have done this quest now.
Oh, mercy me!
Return to Langland. The game has been called a WoW clone, and there's some truth to that, but it does make sense, particularly at the time of this game where WoW was the 8,000-pound gorilla. If you wanted to draw some part of the player base to your game, made sense to have a lot of the same gameplay mechanics. Hot bars, aggro, tanking, healing, DPS. And so, those were the way to try and bring in the WoW players, because that was millions of players that might not be interested in a game that didn't work the way they were used to. But I'm going to grab this silver deposit before somebody else does. We have another silver deposit. I'm going to grab both of them. Ooh, rich. That's guaranteed 5 ore bits or chunks. And probably some other stuff. Yep, 5 chunks of silver ore and 3 other bits. Talk to Langland.
What can I do for you?
Talk to Strider. Back in town. The fastest way again is to do the long way, which is to ride in here, get the fast travel to Mickle-Delving, and then back to Bree. That guy's carrying the undefeated title. He's not even Undying, like a certain incredibly cool Hobbit lore master. Yep, me. You'll notice even I have the title, I'm not going to wear it. Pardon the yawn? I didn't go too far out of my way to get the Undying title. Once I got having the second heal for my pet made a big difference. Gives me a lot more wiggle room to not make a mistake.
How do you do?
I do just
Hello
fine.
there.
Hello. How about back to Mickle-Delving? And then back to Bree. Back to Strider. Saradan, maybe? I'm not sure if we have the quest to talk to Saradan. If not, we're off to the Lone Lands, which in a lot of ways is maybe my favorite. Saradan's Call. Take the note to Saradan. We want that one up and ready to go.
Hello there.
Hello. And Breetown. Maybe now Strider is gone. I think he is. Pretty sure Strider is now gone. And in his room, we will find an intruder. I think. No, we're in an instanced space again, and now it's working just fine. So, what is it that causes those issues intermittently? I don't know. Oh, no, we saw a Strider. Sorry.
You
my bad.
bring dire news.
Derricor or Gleaming Gold Armband. That one's way better. I have a sneeze. Yeah, just the one sneeze. Okay. I'm good. I'm fine. Nope. 2 sneezes into this hand and no brains in the hand.
Listen well.
And now he gives me a quest to talk to that dirty hippie Tom Bombadil. I'll accept it. And now the lag has returned. Why? And now it's gone again. I don't know what's going on. It comes and goes. It's very strange. I think we can get rid of the bears quest. Alright, we need to deliver... Oh, wrong way. Did I not just select the letter for freaking Saradan? Yes. Why is it not there anymore? The hell made that go away? And we're back outside again. We're going to Saradan's cabin, which is along the road, along the west gate north. I have a very talented horse, as you can see. Actually, it isn't the horse. It's my psychic powers. Okay, my psychic powers gave in, and the horse had to load. And the textures are for crap, and the other players aren't showing up. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell the problem is. I don't get these problems on the regular servers. Honestly, I don't. So I don't know if there is separate code running on in the clients for the new servers. So it's hard for me to figure out what the problem is, but I think it's something with the new servers. There's some part of the 64-bit server code that isn't quite playing well with the client. As to exactly what, I don't know, man. I'm entering the northern Bree Fields. Saradan's cabin is over here. Saradan.
What do you need? What do you need?
Talk to Andrag at the Greenway Fort. I've already been down there. I don't want that one. The Brethren's Call. Greetings. Talk to Andrag. Okay, I did that one. What was the other one then? Thornley's Farm.
How can I be of service?
Talk to Rose Thornley. Yeah, I don't need those. I'm going to head off. Now, he also offers a ride.
What do you need?
To Candace's encampment, but frankly, that is a long, slow horse ride. And instead, we're going to head to the Lone Lands through the more normal route. Quiet down there. Talk to Guardsman Otley in Trestlebridge. We're not going to Trestlebridge just yet. Can I not just remove? Okay, there we go. And I don't think we're going to be talking to Tom Bombadil, that dirty hippie. Dude is always just baked out of his skull. Back into Bree. Hey doll, Mary doll. Yeah. Hey doll, Mary Jane, more like. Level 35 to 40 areas for a quest. Have you gone to Yondershire? That may be a little bit high for Yondershire, but it should be fine. Yondershire is northwest of the Shire or southeast of Ered Luin. Also, so Breeland is here. Lake Evendim, I believe, has 30 to 40. That is west of the North Downs. Here's Yondershire. It's sort of north and west of, or at least north of the Shire and south of Evendim. Although actually I think it's more like over here. So Evendim, Yondershire should be fine, and I believe the Trollshaws. Maybe also here in Cardolan, I'm not sure. I haven't done a lot of the quests in Cardolan, so I'm not sure. So basically in the west, you have Yondershire and Evendim, and to the eastern part of Eriador, you have either the Trollshaws and I think Cardolan. Do I have another quest in here? Heading to the Trollshaws? Where is the other quest in here? You do want to be careful in the Trollshaws at night in particular, as there can be elite trolls out. And here, this is Gandalf's room, if I can get the door open and walk in. You're 32? I can't remember the level ranges off the top of my head for exactly what is... You'll know if you get in and everything's 36 and 38. Maybe you want to do a little leveling up someplace else, but I don't think so. I think it's like 30 to 40, depending on which part of the zone you're in. Talk to Master Elrond. No, I do not want to be teleported directly to Elrond. It's another one of those cases where they make a narrative choice and you don't realize that what the narrative choice they have decided you're going to take is. I mean, there are a few quests you can run around there in Rivendell, but eventually you'll have to get a ride back to Bree because it puts you on the far end of the Trollshaws. Someone crafted you OP gear. Everywhere you've been has been too easy. That can happen, for sure. Well, the game difficulty, unless you're doing one of the... unless you're specifically doing one of the landscape difficulties, which you've turned the knob up on the difficulty, the game is not especially challenging at level. Not to say you can't die, but you probably won't if you're, if you're an experienced MMORPG player and you're doing at-level content, you're unlikely to die. Something might surprise you. Now, if you're playing on the new VIP servers, Angmar and Mordor, that's not true. Those wraiths pack a punch, and they can kill you really easily. Also, just so you know, even if you've got overpowered gear, that doesn't necessarily translate to you being able to take on a much harder opponents, because unlike most more modern games, you can miss your attacks, and you will miss a lot of your attacks against red or purple opponents. I'm also, I'm kind of turned away right now. Sorry. I'm sort of kicking back in my chair because I have a long horse ride ahead of me. Once again, I'm getting hitching in the game. It's weird how it comes and goes. We are heading to the Lone Lands. I've always liked the sort of the forlorn feeling of the Lone Lands. The music is really atmospheric. You have sort of a wind blowing. I have not played Kingdom Come Deliverance. I have a friend who swears by it. And I know there's a second one coming. Troll Shaw's good for it? Excellent. At the far end of the Troll Shaws is Rivendell. Mountain Blade 2. I have watched a fair amount of Mountain Blade 2 getting played. That was a follow from It's Kobe. 1 second, you get a spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thanks, and good evening. I will try to have a good rest of the stream. Not going to be going for too much longer. And we come over this, and we enter the Lone Lands. It's a pretty night. The stars are out. That right there is Weathertop, for those of you who've read the books. Those of you who've seen the movies, you may remember when the hobbits get attacked by Nazgul. That's Weathertop. That's where they were encamped. And here we are at the Forsaken Inn. They were making some nice crispy bacon and alerting everyone for miles around to their presence. In fact, it's probable that the conversation amongst the Nazgul went something like, "Do you smell bacon? Hobbits." Destination Lone Lands.
What can I do for you?
Loads of quests in here.
How can I be of service?
Kandax Delay. A waistcoat. Not as good as what I'm wearing, I have to say.
Would you do something for me?
Wish there was a modern Witcher 3 RPG for Lord of the Rings. I mean, first of all, I know they're working on another Witcher. Although, it'll have a new lead character, apparently. The voice actor for Geralt has said that he's not really the lead, although he has been working on the game. But yeah, a Lord of the Rings game. They could put it in and around the Lord of the Rings. And we currently do have, in some state of development, the another Lord of the Rings MMORPG that is being worked on by Amazon. May God have mercy on our souls. We'll see if that one ever actually shows up.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Missing supply cart. I don't think I actually spent my trade point. And in fact, I did not. Let's see, that is more morale for the pet. We already maxed out the prepare for war. That is the pet attack duration and damage. That's the bubble magnitude when you summon a new pet. Shadow of War is the closest we got. Yeah, there were 2 for those, right? 2 Shadow of War games. I played a little bit of the first one. That was the games that had the Nemesis system, right? The sigil durations. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. I don't think we need those longer, at least not yet. Protect of your pet. You gain a damage buff when your pet is hit by a critical hit. Don't want our pet getting hit by a critical hit. What are the next rank? Upon receiving, your pet will sacrifice morale to heal 5% of your max. After battle treat. Pardon the yawn. Again. Done to morale is transformed to 0.5 pounds of power. Of damaged power. Huh. These are not actually making my pet do a lot more damage, that's for sure. Right, yeah, you play as a ranger. And our next one we get over here is battle knowledge. Your knowledge of histories allows you to encourage your allies. 15-second plus 25% damage buff is nice, but minute and a half cooldown. Fellowship friend. Most of Middle-earth is very unexplored. Well, in this game, it's mostly... I mean, I don't want to say most of Middle-earth is available, visible, and so on. But it feels that way when you're off the beaten path. It feels as if you're in a mostly unexplored world with a few areas of civilization. Pets are dramatically strengthened. Well, that sounds like that's what I want. Just curious if I could drop a couple points in here. Would I see any big advantage for it? Not yet. Alright, let's finish this off then, I think. Pet morale. Down over here. No, that's got more morale than that does. That has incoming pet damage. But this is going to stack up. Oh, 6 morale and 3%. Yeah, we're going to get that. More quests to get.
I don't know if you can help me.
I don't know if you can help me. Oh, woe is me.
Would you do something for me?
Maybe. Maybe not. A greater
Might
theft.
I take a moment of your time?
Trade bundles.
I don't
Gobby
know if you
scabbards.
can help me. I don't know if you
Warg
can
tails.
help
That's a
me.
little dark.
I'm sure it will do no good, but
Yeah, I'm sure it'll
may
do
I
no
speak
good.
with you?
I'm sure it will do no good, but may
These
I
people are
speak
just
with
such a bunch of
you?
bummers.
Might I take a moment of your time? I'm sorry to trouble you,
Seriously.
but will you help me?
Oh, I should probably sell some stuff. Pardon the yawn. I always like to sell stuff to the one-handed weaponsmith, you know,
How may I
to
help
help out
you?
the handicapped. And I always make that joke. Pretty much always. Blackened goo. I'm personally trying to cut down on my goo consumption. Show me the locked and we'll get rid of the ones. Broken hatchets. Get rid of those. Wet skins. That sounds really gross. Piles of blackened filth. Why do they want to collect these is beyond me. But they do. However, these task items, when you sell them, actually are worth a little bit of change. A chunk of change or two. There we go. More free space in the inventory. Hey guys, you're all staying here at the Forsaken Inn. I gotta say, it's really a shithole. Thank you. Goddamn hole in the roof. You can even see it in the picture right there. Place is just a shithole. That's all I'm saying. You know. Boar tusks, wolf tails, and orc shields. All right.
Could
Time
I
to
speak with you a moment?
Time to bring out Rudy, who just said, "Can I speak with you a moment?" Because, like, there wasn't anyone around. That's a lot of blindingly white stuff. Let's remove that from the tracker. At some point, they added you could have more quests available on the tracker. It used to be just 5, I think. Yeah, it used to be 5. They've added 5 more, but they didn't add additional colors for them. That's why you get those huge splotches of white all over the minimap or the map. Well, that's a brown fox. Hey, look. It's a quick brown fox. I wonder if it jumped over the lazy dog. All right, let's kill our a nice little white hand guard. Okay, Rudy, let him have it. New deed, Goblin Slayer. Defeat goblins in the Lone Lands. Well, it's a long tusk scrub runner. Rudy? And we have got a wraith. Oh, that's right, we now have the Dispel Corruption. Let's give Rudy a heal. Definitely die faster if you strip the corruption off of them. That is a very helpful skill. Depending on your class, you're going to get that sooner or later. I didn't get it until 20, I don't think. Maybe 19? Their corruption that they have is, well, bad news. A white hand spear thrower. Oh, Rudy. A little barrow iron. Another white hand spear thrower. Orcs. Filthy orcs. Filthy, stinking orcs. Goblin tabards. Oh, oh. Not so filthy, stinking orc on the hoof. How close are we to Kandak? Kandak is, I think, there. Let's see if we make our way to Kandak. Why? Well, I want Kandak. Sorry, that's Kandak. He seemed to be having such a good time right up until he fell over dead. Seems unfortunate. Oh, wait. Another vicious Shattertusk. Filthy Kraban. Somebody was through here not too terribly long ago because all of these respawns are popping up everywhere around me. Ooh, an orange difficulty mob. Fortunately, I have Rudy. Deed bestowed Crabine in the Lonelands. What do you have straight ahead of us? Another vicious Shattertusk. Oh, respawn. Indeed, Orc Slayer. Not just goblins, orcs. Do you know the difference between a goblin and an orc? Orcs have more white meat. Kind of an appalling joke, but, you know, there it is. That's true. Gollum actually is my source of information on which one has more white meat. Candace. New deed, Weathertop. Exploration. This is Glum Hollow. Ah. I have a pendant that I need to turn into somebody. I think the pendant owner is in Ostagaruth, which is the sort of settlement, largest one anyway, in the Lonelands. Gollum is misunderstood. I mean, he stumbles over, well, technically his cousin stumbles over, the most powerful thing the world has ever seen since the First Age. And, you know, it speaks to him, and it's not his fault. Quest comments. Looks like the handiwork of men of Bree. Possible the goblins have taken a trader of Bree hostage. Oh, that's right. There's a guy sort of on the east side of Weathertop who's tied to a pole.
Greetings.
So things aren't going that great for him, you know.
What do you need?
Hi, Candace. What, 4 of us here? 4 other players? Yeah, 4 other players. Here at the same time. Minding his own business, a cave, stroking on a ring, and some hobbit comes in and burglars it. Actually, I can't agree with that either. He didn't burgle it. He fell down and picked it up. Now, you could say, well, it had to belong to somebody. Yeah, well, yeah, but it was just laying there. So, I mean, theoretically, it didn't belong to anyone else either. It didn't belong to Gollum. It belonged to Sauron. And frankly, he kind of clumsily lost it in the first place. You know, he doesn't get beaten at the siege of Barad-dûr. It doesn't get cut off from his finger. Right, that's all the boar leg bones that I need. Uh-oh, somebody just summoned up a wraith. There it is. It's a 23 wraith. And as a 20, I have no interest at all in making his acquaintance. None. 0. Zippity. In the common parlance, doodah, to go with the zippity. I'm back within range of it, sadly. Well, the thing is, he dropped a rock on, I think, a Narian. I don't remember how Elendil died. And then, you know, Isildur, you know, just did what any of us would have done. You defeat the guy, you cut the ring off his finger. Memory serves, Gil-galad also died at the siege. I think you could take in one of the mace smacks. Well, yeah, that was, you know, a little bit of, let's say, liberties were taken with the story in that. There's no reason to think that Sauron was actually 20 feet tall. Of course, the Balrog also, we have no reason to believe, was this enormous thing. As impressive as the Balrog is in Peter Jackson's movie, it's not entirely in keeping with the description we have from Lord of the Rings, or certainly from the Silmarillion. However, if you're going to grant Sauron the size and enormity of his mace, then yes, I would dodge. No. Sauron, Saruman, Gandalf, and the Balrog are all the same type of creature. They are a Maiar, which is sort of like an angel. Now, they have a certain pliability of their being, but not like that. No, the Balrog was exactly the same race of critters as Gandalf and Saruman and Sauron. So there was Eru Ilúvatar, the creator, God, as it were. The equivalent of archangels are called the Valar. And that includes Morgoth, and then a bunch of the good Valar. And underneath them are the Maiar, who are sort of the servants of the Valar. So it's sort of like angels, archangels, God. And the Maiar are, the ones you would know are Saruman, Gandalf, Sauron, the Balrog. The Balrog was a servant of Morgoth, the Valar in the First Age. Saruman was Morgoth's probably most powerful lieutenant in the First Age. By hoof and crook.
Woe to me.
Hey, I get 5 pints of Forsaken Ale. Time for me to get shit-faced. So, in this game, there are a couple of interesting pieces of furniture you can get for your house. One of them is called the In-League Keg. If you drink from the In-League Keg, your whole screen goes dizzy and you pass out. And you wake up in a random location in Middle-earth. Pretty cool little thing. There's also the Sinister In-League Keg. Again, you drink it, everything goes fuzzy, you pass out. You wake up in a random, different set of locations in Middle-earth, and your pants have been unequipped. Your pants are moved from you're wearing them, they're moved into your inventory. It's my favorite MMORPG joke of all time.
What do you need?
I made a fortune selling the original In-League Keg. They were part of a festival. And you had to do basically a simple jumping puzzle. But for a lot of people, it wasn't simple at all. It was extremely difficult. And so I was running it on a couple different characters every day and selling them on the auction house. And I was making bank. I was selling them for, at the time, 10 gold was a lot of money. And I was selling 4 or 5 a day at 500 silver a piece. So that's 2.5 gold a day. Because most people couldn't do the relatively simple jumping puzzle. LotRO's jumping mechanics function similarly to Guild Wars 2, but they're nowhere near as tight. The control on them is nowhere near as tight. Well, I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, as always. I'm very appreciative that you choose to spend your time here. I also appreciate the chatting and the follow. Couple of follows today. 3 follows today, including at least 1 off stream. Thanks, guys. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, early morning in Asia and Australia. Probably Guild Wars 2 tomorrow. A week from today is the new Guild Wars 2 expansion. Tomorrow I may just do a low energy key farm, which is basically you create a character, you get to level 10, you do the first chapter of the story, you get a key to unlock a lockbox, which may or may not have goodies in it. Well, it'll have goodies, may or may not have a good goodie or not. But I need to start sort of getting back into the mindset of Guild Wars 2. Because a week from now, probably about 9 a.m. Pacific time, is when they tend to roll out new patches and new content. So probably Guild Wars 2 tomorrow, and for the upcoming week I may take an evening off before the big event. I'll have to see. Anyway, again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I should be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Monday night goes great. I hope the rest of your week, as always, try to set an achievable goal. Hope the rest of the week doesn't suck. Take care, and Ciao for now. Good night, guys.